The Biltmore House, located in Asheville, North Carolina, is America's largest home. The estate was imagined and owned by George Vanderbilt, son of Cornelius Vanderbilt, who built one of the largest fortunes in American history by creating a railroad empire and monopoly. Development and planning with some of the world's top architects, builders, and designers had to take place before construction of the 250-room French Renaissance chateau began in 1889. The design approach was to create an extravagant representation of the Vanderbilt fortune as seen in the asymmetrical front of the house, donning multiple gargoyles, carvings, and statues, and the even more extravagant interior of the mansion, including 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, 65 fireplaces, an indoor swimming pool, bowling lanes, and a library with over 10,000 volumes. The main floor of the house was designed to entertain and engage guests, including a winter garden, banquet hall, and bachelor's wing. The second and third floors housed the bedrooms and living quarters for the Vanderbilts and their guests. The fourth floor was the servants' quarters, along with the basement, which also included the kitchens, pantries, and multiple recreation rooms for the Vanderbilts and their guests. George Vanderbilt officially opened the Biltmore House to friends and family on Christmas Eve of 1895 after 6 years of construction. The mansion was the first of its kind in many aspects. The servants' quarters were unlike that of anywhere else, and the estate's recreational offers enhanced the human experience and visit of all who entered. It was one of the first homes in the nation to be completely lit with electricity and with fully functioning bathrooms with running water. This set a precedent for other homes and things to come in the future to enhance human experience in our daily lives. Perhaps the main reason that George Vanderbilt crafted his massive estate was to host both business and social guests, many of whom stayed for weeks to months at a time. One room in the Biltmore House, the Halloween room, was actually painted by the Vanderbilts' guests at one of their parties. This house is a great example of the value of design in business and social practices. In 1930, George Vanderbilt's daughter Cornelia and her husband John Cecil opened the Biltmore House to the public for tourism. Since then, the home has been continuously preserved and restored to its original beauty and magnificence. Throughout the decades, it has grown to be one of the South's most popular tourist destinations, bringing in approximately $50 million a year in revenue. In addition to house tours, guests can now also visit the estate's winery, eat at any of the multiple restaurants, shop at its several stores offering all varieties of merchandise, and stay at the estate inn. The Biltmore House has been transformed into a place of consumer culture thanks to its brilliant and intriguing design. Media has been present and influential since the beginning of the Biltmore Estate's history. Newspaper reporters from across the country documented the construction process of America's largest home, built by one of America's richest men, and it was astonishing to the public eye. Cornelia Vanderbilt's birth at the estate in 1900 was a celebrity birth, even by today's standards. In recent decades, media has helped develop the estate into the high-caliber tourist attraction that it is today. TV commercials, magazine advertisements, tourist guides, and billboards can be seen all across the South, convincing consumers to visit the estate and representing the influences of media on design in our world. So if you're ever near Asheville, North Carolina, take the time to marvel at one of America's greatest designs.